this film was close to my heart, actually, because I'm a former dancer myself. I used to dance for the Knicks in New York. And this film made me just miss being a part of a team of strong women, you know? Yeah. And I was actually on the team when they started creating the different senior dance teams. So there was like, I think there were like the Timeless Torches and the Pacemakers all in New York. So yeah, so I was really, I felt familiar with it, and I know how hard you guys work. And it was just really, it was a joy. It was fun to watch. So thank you for creating it. And then, oh my God, you guys are in Sundance. So tell me what it was like when you first got that call that Calendar Girls was going to be in Sundance.
Oh, that was a special day. We were at home with our kids, and the kids also had friends at our home. So there were a lot of kids. We're a couple, by the way. Yeah. So and suddenly we got an email from one of the programmers, and she said, "Oh, I have some additional questions. Do you have time for a short Zoom meeting?" And we were, "Oh, okay. What question could that be?"
Yeah, we were very surprised because we didn't really expect to get an answer at this time. It was like a few weeks until
the deadline. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
We were just like, what can they possibly ask, and what do we need to answer right to get into something?
Yes.
Our heads were spinning, and we put all the kids in front of the TV, and you have to be quiet now for half an hour so we can
yes.
Give them some candy and so, please stay quiet. We need to.
I have 2 kids. I totally relate.
And then they just called us, and they said, "We just have one question for you," and the question was, "Do you want to show your film at Sundance?" So we
didn't expect that at all. So
what? Oh my gosh, that is amazing. So brilliant. And what about you, Katherine? When did you guys tell her? Did you guys call her first, or what? How did that roll out?
You can tell Katherine.
Yeah, maybe you can.
Well, they kind of swore me to secrecy from 36 women. And it was so exciting because we were at practice outside in a park, and they told me, and because it's Utah, that was so doable for us instead of Stockholm. So we were all on board, but I had to wait till a certain date before the girls could know.
Oh, okay.
It was very exciting.
Was that so hard to keep?
Hard to keep a secret among 36 women.
Yeah.
In the vault. It's in the vault.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's lovely. And so Maria and Love, you guys are married, and I read that you both have a bit of a musical background. So
I'm a music film composer, and that's what I did before we started doing this film. So this is our first film. This is the first film we ever did. So that's my background, doing film music. So I have some experience in working with film, but not as a director.
And so you guys were down in Florida, and you see this performance, and what made you think this is going to be our feature? This is it. Like, was it after you talked to Katherine?
We didn't. That wasn't our first thought when we saw them. At first we just got very interested in knowing more about them. So that was
so fascinating.
Yeah. So we didn't think this could be a feature film. That wasn't the first. But so we just wanted to meet up and like to know more about them. And we had an idea of making a short film or something about the group. So that's how it started. And
we wanted to do something together. So it was a perfect timing. We wanted to do a film together.
Yeah, we had the idea of making like something creative together, and it was just lucky that we found them.
That we stumbled upon them on this event. It changed our life, actually.
Yeah.
To be honest.
And you guys worked well together. I mean, like I would imagine it's so hard to juggle home life and to be so involved in a film, and it went smooth It was good. You guys would travel
Actually,
back.
I think it's been very smooth because yeah, we had to move the whole family back and forth between Florida and Stockholm. I
And
think
Love's parents too, because we
we
couldn't
had to
have
like we
made
have
it.
to have a babysitter with us
Ah.
while filming. So my parents came with us for all the trips to Florida.
Yes,
and
we're so
we had them
grateful.
staying in a house with the kids. With
Brilliant.
so, but I think it's a good thing. It's been good working together because when you have kids, like, or when you have a family, it's easy to get just all the focus on the
Yeah.
family, like, and you don't have, and if you have if you have a job somewhere else, you go to the job and then you get home and everything you focus on is the kids and the family. But now it's like when we send the kids to school and preschool, we can focus on something together that's not.
Yes, it's good to share a vision, a creative vision, not
Yeah.
only who should pick up the kids and
Yeah.
doing household things.
But I think maybe the kids are getting to be a bit tired of the film. Talking about it all the time.
Yes.
So
I understand that.
The youngest boy, he was just 3 months when we started, so it's been all of his life. He's 4 now, so
he doesn't know anything else.
No.
I love it. And Katherine, what was it like when you first got the call from them to start, just out of their curiosity to start talking, about possibly doing a film?
Well, we've been filmed quite a bit since 2005.
Okay.
But not from a Swedish couple. So we didn't know their intentions. I don't think they did either when we first started. And as the months and years went by, we thought this might be something big, but we never knew where we were going. And I don't think they did either, but they just kept grinding out the minutes of us and had us mic at shows and in our homes and at practices. And I've asked them how many hours of us do they really have, because it's quite a bit. It was quite extensive what they did to boil it down to 83 minutes.
Yeah. How did you, this is your baby, so how did you establish that trust? Like, how did you trust them in a way after the time went on? Like, and how did you, Maria and Love, create a safe space, for these women to, talk and be comfortable in front of you?
I found working with them initially, we're just working with them. But after about a month, we trusted them so much that when they'd say, oh, let's do this a few more times, no matter how many more times, we bought into trusting them and trying to please them. Because they had a vision, we were trying to accept it and do what they said. And we're volunteers, so it was very time consuming, but now it's worth it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think as we hadn't done this before, we had no idea how to approach someone to make a documentary about their life. Yeah. So I think we just went by like intuition and how.
Yes, and talking.
Like trying to become friends with them was the easiest.
Talk like persons, not filmmakers, I guess.
And just have the camera with us all the time, like filming everything. So
yes, that's why we have hundreds and hundreds of hours.
So we didn't really have a plan on how to do it from the start. We just we film them all the time, and they will get used to the cameras, and they will get used to us, and we will become friends with them.
And that happened.
Hopefully something comes out of that, and I think it did.
So how you said the process was probably around 3-4 years. When did this start? It was pre-pandemic, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's almost 4 years ago was when we were there the first time. So we filmed the last time we were there was like a month before the pandemic hit.
Wow. And that was your last, so you finished it.
Yeah, we had a plan to go one more time to film a few more things, but since we couldn't do that,
Yes.
we had to finish it with what we had, and I think that maybe was a good thing because
maybe we wouldn't have finished it yet if
because
we
you can
had
always
what we
film
had
more
and
and see
okay,
what happens.
we do it with this, and
Yeah,
maybe that was a good thing. I
I
don't
think
know.
so.
We're here, so I guess so.
Yes. And so you spent the pandemic editing then,
Yeah.
all these hundreds of footage.
Exactly.
Is there anything that was left out that you you kind of miss, or is there anything that you
there's a lot of things missing because when we started we didn't know who the film would be about because there's so many of them, so we filmed a lot more and we followed a few more people closely.
Yes, we did some really fun dance scenes, choreographed dance scenes that didn't end up in the
and we can feel bad
film.
about that because they also gave us so much time and on this, and we wanted to include that too, but we couldn't do a film that's 3 hours long.
Yeah.
So we we have to focus on what works best together, and so there's a lot of bonus material.
Yeah, maybe we'll share it at Instagram or somewhere because some things are really fun.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff.
For sure. The scenes that are in there. Actually, I wanted to ask Katherine the same question. Is there anything else that you wish that you could have explained more or talked about more within the film?
Probably not. They covered everything and more. So we were just thankful they got it all before the pandemic, and then they wrapped it into a sweet little package. We love it.
Wonderful. There are a few scenes that really struck me too. There's the scene where the women are discussing death, and then the mirror scene where you choreographed. Beautiful. I thought it was really beautiful, and the death scene, where they're discussing death, it was uncomfortable and freeing at the same time. I just thought it was so refreshing to hear these women, just discuss where they're at in life. And I loved how it was all packaged and done. Katherine, what is your background in dance? I was wondering about that. I was like, maybe she was a rockette. Like,
I played Division I basketball at Penn State.
Oh.
I've always played team sports, but I've always loved dance and music, and I performed in musical theater.
Okay.
I belly danced, I tap danced. So I do have an athletic background.
Nice. No, I was curious because to run a dance, that's a lot of what, like, you're cleaning the routines, it's a lot. So I was wondering if you had to have been on a team sport or something like that to be able to conduct this for 14 years or it could eat you alive. It's a lot of work. So in the last 14 years for Katherine, what would be the weirdest or most awkward place you've performed at? Do you have a memory of that?
Out in the field for a bunch of bikers with battery packed equipment, just because I'm concerned about safety, but it turned out to be a wonderful situation. We were safe everywhere. You're so dependent on your sound system working. That's been the worst thing when that fails, but the bikers were generous and loved us, and we sponsor guide dogs for veterans, and they were all veterans, so that was safe. But it was also weird because it was so remote.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite or a most memorable performance?
They're all so different, from nursing homes to festivals. They're all different and uniquely wonderful in their own way. Any performance where the audience is so engaged with us and smiling and singing, those we remember.
I have a burning question for you, and you don't have to answer it if you don't want to, but why don't you allow their ankles to show?
Actually, our first choreographer was on Broadway for 20 years, and she said a dancer, when you're wearing jazz pants, a dancer never wants the ankle to show
Mhm.
between your black dance sneaker and your jazz pants. So it's just
Okay, I
her,
can see
her
that.
rule.
Got it. Yeah.
So we continued as a team because she was our first role model as far as a choreographer, and she didn't want flashing ankles, so we don't want flashing ankles. We just stuck with it. And it makes sense when you think about it. You want the eye to be drawn to the ankle instead to the face.
Got it. Got it. Oh, well, is there anything next that you guys are excited about? What's
We're
next?
excited about tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yes.
premiere tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
It's
and we
gonna be
really
fun.
hope that people will reach out and say what they think about the film, because that's what we miss the most about not going
Yeah.
to see it in a theater with a lot of people. So we hope that people maybe send an email or say hi somewhere, so we know.
Hopefully we get
what
a good reactions in somewhere.
Yes, we're going to be at home, just the
Yeah.
two of us, and
We're gonna try to make it as much fun as we can, but it's like we're gonna do all interviews all day, and then we're gonna do the screening and Q&A, and there's another screening and then Q&A. So yeah, it's gonna be a bit different. But
yes, but we look forward to
yeah,
it.
it's gonna be fun
But
to get the
also-
reactions from people.
We look forward for the film to be screened at a lot of festivals, and
Yeah.
hopefully in person the next time.
Yes, hopefully. I know this is probably a bummer, but you are at Sundance, so yes,
Gonna
I
be
hope
work.
you get tons
Work,
of good
yes.
reviews and feedbacks, and
Yes,
Yeah.
and we can have a festival. If this would have happened 20 years ago, 10
Yeah.
years ago, it wouldn't have been a festival, and now it is. So
yes. Well, it's been lovely chatting with you guys.
you too.
And I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.